just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hit the button, baby.
Party dance time.
The word star, man, is an illusion.
Stay cool.
Thor News is for winners, and that's why you're here. So stick around.
This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents
Saturn's Moons, A Question of Age. This is over at Centauri Dreams, written March 28th by Paul Gilster. Now I find this subject hilarious, because you know how often science, if we're lucky, will show us like a 2-pixel photograph and say, okay, yeah, that star is 172 million light years away. It's 3.7 billion years old. It's made up of helium and cotton candy. It loves unicorns, and it doesn't like people who are rude. And you'd be like, wow, you derived a lot from 2 pixels. But yeah, so science likes to think it knows the age of everything in our solar system and outside of it, which I find hilarious. Like, I don't know, maybe all y'all trust carbon dating 100%. I think it's kind of faulty. And where can I get my own personal home carbon dater so I can go around carbon dating stuff to verify what scientists are telling me? That would be nice. Let's play the scientific lunar dating game. No, it's not going to be as fun as it sounds. Some years back, at a Princeton conference, I had the pleasure of hearing Richard Gott discussing the age of Saturn's rings. Gott is the author of, in addition to much else, Time Travel in Einstein's Universe. I admit the question of Saturn's rings had never occurred to me, my assumption being that the rings formed not long after the formation of the planet. I think our sun's getting rings. Sage agrees with me. Or do I agree with Sage? I forget. But of course, there is no reason why this should be, and a number of reasons why it should not. How long, for instance, does it take moons to collide with each other, contributing debris to a growing ring system? And are such collisions the only way a ring system can form? Yeah, I'm not buying that ring system. Like, whatever the rings is, it's like, I don't know, I just don't think it's ice crystals that make giant, beautiful rain. But science has evidence otherwise. With all this in mind, I was interested in a new paper that a number of readers referenced in emails. Lead author Matajawa Kuk Seti, working with Luke Dones and David Nezarfari, offer up the possibility that the inner moons of Saturn and possibly the rings were actually formed much later than we would expect. In fact, they may be positively recent in astronomical terms, having formed during or not so long after the era of the dinosaurs. Okay, man, first of all, covered a story a while back that said Saturn spit out a new moon, which would partially debunk the accretion disk model theory. To me, it would seem like planets form within the sun, and technically Saturn and Jupiter are their own solar system, so maybe Saturn and Jupiter are giving birth to their own children, aka moons. Right? Okay. This work involves the moon Rhea and all the other moons and rings closer in to Saturn. The outer satellites, including Titan, are still thought to be as old as the planet itself. But using numerical simulations, the trio explored the tidal effects that should be causing the inner moons of Saturn to spiral out to larger orbital radii. Each of the moons would experience different growth in its orbit, which would occasionally produce orbital resonances. Such effects in a system crowded with moons can cause orbits to diverge from their original plane. The team's simulations homed in on a hypothetical 3-2 resonance in the past between the moons Tethys and Dione, along with a 5-3 resonance crossing between Dione and Rhea. Remember what happens in such a resonance. A moon's orbital period becomes a fraction, 1/2 or 2/3, for example, of another moon's orbital period. The paper notes that the current Tethys Dione and Dione Rhea orbital period ratios are just above 2.3 and 3.5. Does this mean that these resonances were crossed at the same point in the past? I don't know, man. Okay, wait. We can therefore state that Tethys and Dione evolved tidally by only a modest amount over their lifetimes, which is only about a quarter of the tidal evolution envisaged in Murray and Dermont, 1999. There are 2 possible interpretations. Either tidal evolution of Saturn's moons has been very slow, or Saturn's mid-sized moons are significantly younger than the solar system. Yeah, if Saturn spit them out like babies, then they're younger, bro. Like, when you see a family with a bunch of brothers and sisters, they ain't all the same age. They're different ages, because they were created at different times. I don't know why nobody's even mentioned it, that they saw Saturn spit out a moon. That's very important. Why don't people talk about stuff like that? Maybe because it would screw up their accretion disk theory? All right, so what do we learn here today? Not much, except I don't think the dating process of scientists is very fruitful to good stuff. But whatever. Maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm cynical. Maybe I'm just a jerk. Stay tuned, and we'll find out. That's the cool thing about science, is you can speak out of both sides of your brain, whatever. and get away with it, like over at space.com. Saturn's moons and rings may be younger than the dinosaurs. Well, dude, the dinosaurs are dead, so they have no age. And then, that was March 25th, 2016. How about this? Saturn's rings and moons are solar system antiques. So they were old until they were young. That is wonderful. We learn a lot, don't we? Man, my funny's broken. I gotta get it back. I need a quest for golden apples. Peace out.